Hi everyone, this is Elena and I'm back today with another card video for you. This time I'm using the Altenue Golden Garden stamp set along with my MISTI tool, and I will show you the technique how to do ombre stamping using the MISTI tool and two different ink pads in colors. So first I'm creating my scene, and you will see the whole design process here because I didn't pre-plan this card before I start recording the video. So you see here how my train of thoughts goes. So next I'm stamping as well on the grid paper so I can line up those the second layer. So, and on the back of the stamp set there is a layering guide how to line those images together. So I'm just stamping it on the green grid paper, not green, to make sure that everything looks fine before I go and stamp onto my cardstock that will go onto my card front. So next I'm using a lighter color for the top and using a swipe or any other towel, not paper, cloth towel, kind of wiping that edge a little bit to soften the look. And then I'm going with the bottom part. I'm inking it with darker ink and again wiping those edges with my towel to soften them and get that gradient look. Next I'm continuing to build that scene, that flower scene on my card front. And I switched to original MISTI because I need a little bit more space for this larger flower because it goes off the paper and it didn't really fit in the mini MISTI. So I stamped this twice because I want it to be more intense black, and next I'm layering 3 more stamps to go onto my scene. So I have 2 little flowers and a branch with leaves, and then I'll pick those up with the lid of the MISTI, and then I'll be using a regular size ink pad because I have larger area to cover, so I'm using Stampin' Up! Archival Black. And next I'll just go and add some more images on my top right so I have more filled area onto my card front. So I picked those with the MISTI and I'm inking them up again with the regular size ink pad, with the full size ink pad. And next step will be to line up those second layers, and I'm picking those, lining them one by one and picking them one by one with the MISTI lid. So next we have this large flower, and you can notice it's getting a little bit off the MISTI on the side. So this didn't really fit in the mini MISTI. So I went with the original MISTI where I have a little bit more space. Next I'm stamping using the same procedure as I did for the first flower. I'm stamping the top with lighter blue and then wiping the edges off with this wipe, and then I'm stamping with the darker ink, and I'm repeating the same process for the other 2 flowers. So using this towel or any other towel on the edges where that color end, because you don't stamp color, like not color, but cover that whole image with the ink pad, or even if you do, like you can use that swipe to remove some of the ink, and that gives you very nice gradient ombre look. So there's my card. Next I die cut the images. I created a layered and all the parts that I need, and next I need a sentiment, and I'm using the Label Love stamp set from Altenue again, and I'm using the Happy Birthday sentiment. I stamped it twice to get more intense black ink, and next I'll just trim it down using my paper snips. So I have that little label now that will go into my card, and next I realized that I didn't stamp the leaves with green ink, so I'm putting back, I have the negative space from when I die cut the image, so I'm masking the flowers. so I don't cover them with ink, and I'm just gonna ink that bottom part of the flower, the leaves and the stem with green ink, and stamp it twice to get a little bit darker green. So now it's done. Now we can move on. Next I'll be using some DCM silver floss, and I'm just winding it around my hand, around my fingers to see how much length I would need. And I'll just put that clump of silver floss onto my card, and I'll secure on a few places using glue dots. I'm just kind of securing it now down with my ink cube, but I'll just add some glue dots to hold that down. And next I'll add the sentiment on top, and make sure when you add those glue dots that they're in a place where the sentiment will go. So I'm using dimensionals to add on the back of my sentiment and then adhere it to my panel. So now that we have that, we can move on the next step. And the next step, I just noticed that I have little smears of ink on my card, so I'm using a sanding eraser to remove those. And next I'll use foam tape to adhere my panel onto the black scallop rectangle die cut, and then onto my card base. So for my card base, I'm not adding more dimensions. I'm just using the Tumble liquid glue. That's one of my favorite glues when it comes to favorite adhesives to use for my card making, because it's a little bit more flexible than snail or any other tape adhesive. So next I'm just adding a little bit sparkle to my cards with rhinestones and little beads. So I'm just positioning them where I want them to be. And then the next step will be to adhere them with, I use Pico Embellisher to adhere those down. So I'm again, apologize for my head kind of sneaked in a couple times while I was trying to line everything up a minute ago. So I apologize for that. So there, everything is adhered together, and next I'm using the clear Spectrum Noir sparkle pen to add some sparkle onto my flowers. So I'm just adding that very quickly. And with that, my card will be done. So here's my card. You can see that shimmer and that on the flowers and all the shimmer from the sequins and the beads. Thanks for watching, and see you soon again with another video. Bye!